guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to take a look at this guy right here. So this is Super Strike Android 16. I am unsure of what we're going to be looking at with this guy. I think he potentially could be very good. He could be okay. He could be mid. Dude, it's hard to say for sure what we're going to expect to see from this Android 16. I would say that there's going to be very specific scenarios where I think this guy can be an asset. The thing about Mighty Mask is he's just dog shit. He just sucks ass, right? But I think that this Android 16's got some niche limited usage we'll be able to take advantage of. So number one, I'm a little late on this because he did get an additional link when he got his Dokkan Awakening. So I had 6 level 10 links and 1 level 1. Then the Dokkan All-Star Raid EZA came out. So this was just a little bit delayed. Let's go ahead and just jump in. Again, we've got him, full 140, SA20, full level 10 links. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got right here. We're starting out in the Android team. Now, this Ginyu event is perfect because there's 3 enemies right at the start here. So this Android 16, he's getting 160% attack and defense at the start of turn. What is his stats? Very bad. Well, his attack is okay, but his defense is really bad. This is a defensive unit. You'd expect his defense to at least be 10k. I mean, as an EZA? I don't know. He gets an additional 80% defense when facing 2 or less enemies. So we do not have that activated right now, right? He's only at 136k defense, which is not good. He gets a high chance of guarding all attacks if all allies attacking in the same turn are androids / Cell Saga. What a joke. Like, are you kidding me? And then he has guaranteed guard if there's 3 or more enemies. So it's just going to be one of these things where in very specific situations he can guard and he can be okay, but 3 or more enemies, dude, I don't know. It's rough. And then he gets 60% damage reduction when guard is activated. So what happens is if Android 16 pops his guard, he's not taking damage. This guy in Battlefield will be invincible. If you can set it up to where you're taking him against a fight with 3 or more enemies, again, dude, he's not taking damage. This guy is not taking damage whatsoever. I don't know, man. They were so close. Like, did they really? It should just be a high chance to guard. That's it. Flat. High chance to guard. I guarantee you this unit's going to do a 1.5 million attacks. He's not going to hit hard at all, dude. He gets 30% defense from a super attack effect. He lowers enemy attack. Let's just see what we get right here. I'm not really expecting anything impressive whatsoever. We're getting support from both of the androids. 16, 17, and 18 are giving only attack, whereas 13 is giving attack and defense. So let's see what we get right here. Of course, all the units I really want to run with 16 are in slot 2. You guys know how it goes. All right, let's see. So we do have the guard there. Of course, there's 3 enemies. 2.11 is what he got up to. He was at, what, like 138k defense? Remember, he gets 30% defense when he supers. The thing is, though, right, is that if his defense is like 140 and he's guarding, but then he has 60% damage reduction on top of it, like, he would be tanking in the red zone. But it's like, dude, like, what are they asking you to do? Run an Android / Cell Saga team? Like, that's what they want you to do? Because it's like, yeah, maybe for, like, the core of the Android team right now, it works, right? Like, we could definitely make it work. With, the way some of these Android characters are set up, a lot of them are Android / Cell Saga. But, dude, the new movie comes out next month. The villains are androids in the movie next month. These are not going to be Android / Cell Saga characters. So it's like the new, like the Android team is going to be completely evolved. Like Gamma 1 and 2 could be a singular unit. They could be separate units. Who knows? Is Android 21 in the movie? Is Cell in the movie? Like, we have no idea, but I don't know. Like, I just don't know what they were thinking with this Android 16, right? Like, he does over a 2 million attack set. I'm going to tell y'all right now, you could drop him to like a 1 million attack stat. Just give me like better chance to guard or something. One thing people do have to understand is that this 16 is a little bit different from normal guard characters. Normal guard characters don't get fucking 60% damage reduction on top of it. The only other unit off the top of my head that does that is the Int EZA Frieza does that. Where he guards and then he has damage reduction on top of it. And you guys might be aware of how dominant that Frieza can be. But his condition is fighting a Sun family enemy. Like, dude, this 16 I feel like would be way better if his condition was like artificial life form. Like, if that was the case, I don't understand Dokkan's logic here. Because if he would just be built like that in free-to-play Frieza, who guards against Sun family, and then again, this 16 just guards against artificial life forms, since that's he's fighting Cell. That's what this unit does. He fights Cell. Boom. Then like Baby in the red zone. This Android 16 would tear Baby up. Baby wouldn't be able to do shit to him. Like, that would have been an easy way to make him actually a pretty decent unit, right? All right, let's go ahead and see what we get. Let's get some attack stats, some defensive stats. Let me get through this phase. So again, we're at like 136k right here. I want to get through this turn so we could start seeing what 16's defense looks like when we get the 2 or less enemies, right? So he's going to get a lot more defense. Another 80% defense. It's like on a good turn, right? He could, 250k plus defense. And then if you're on the Android Cell Saga team, you get that high chance to guard. Like, he's going to be looking good. 3 or more enemies, he's not going to take damage, right? Like, the problem is that, like, I want to try and find a spot to utilize him in the red zone. And there's no way. Like, none of the 200% leaders are revolving around, like, all these Android Cell Saga units. So it's like 16, he just really doesn't have a place at the moment, right? I will give them this, at, this Super Strike unit. I mean, he was a literal 0 before. Now, at the very least, he is kind of an intriguing option, I guess. Again, in limited situations, I feel like we potentially could see this Android 16 look solid. Maybe in some events, in some way. But again, it's really hard to say. I don't know. He could definitely be good in, like, Battlefield. Because, he's going to have the guard activated if you're going up against, like a tech enemy. And in that instance, Android 16 is not taking any damage whatsoever. So you can look at him as a dominant Battlefield unit. He'll be really, really, really good in Battlefield. So, I mean, that's something, right? We never know. Battlefield's going to get new fights in 2 months. Maybe at that point, it could be a really big deal. All right, so what is that link down there? So his links: Android Assault, Mechanical Menaces, Gentleman, Tough as Nails, Soul versus Soul, Super Strike, and Shattering the Limit. Certainly not what I would consider good links, I would say. So he's at 171k defense right there. This is with 1 support type unit. Okay, so we'll be able to get 2 more turns out of Android 16 in this event. We'll see what he looks like right here. Then we'll get 1 more turn after this. There's a lot of support right here. 2 million is what he gets up to. Okay. Yeah, it's just very simple with this guy. His guard is activated and he's good. But here's the problem, dude. This is, what, the 3rd Android 16 with that exact same kit, that exact same design? Am I not wrong on that? There's 3 Android 16s now where it's like, if they guard, they're good. There's the Super Int one, the Super Tech one, and now the Extreme Int one. Yeah, the Super Tech one, high chance to guard. They cucked him. The Super Int one, high chance to guard. And then now Extreme Int, high chance to guard. They're so scared of guard. I mean, for good reason, because guard characters are the pinnacle. I love guard characters. Even Great Ape Vegeta, as horrible as his design is, he certainly can be a very helpful and valuable asset, Great Ape Vegeta. If things break your way, Great Ape Vegeta will look good. I feel like a lot of times, with a lot of my criticisms, that's one thing that a lot of people don't realize, is that I'm just talking about, like, a lot of usage with the unit over time. You're going to see these criticisms I have sort of come up. But, you could just be the luckiest Dokkan player of all time, right? And you'll never struggle for Ki for Great Ape Vegeta or something like that, right? But, most of these units, are not like, you know, flawless, perfect designs. There are characters like Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who there's almost like nothing I can poke holes in at all, besides, you know, maybe wanting a little bit better of a transformation condition. But besides that, like, a character like that is incredible, right? Alright, so let's see what 16 looks like on this turn. We'll have a lot of support, a lot of powerful units around for him. And 16, we've only got one Link active is the problem. Up to 190k. And again, when it comes to his Link set is just so bad. I mean, Super Strikes, Soul versus Soul, Mechanical Menaces. Let me take a look at Mechanical Menaces. Is there, like, an android we could run? No, there's not. Okay. Why do they do this? Oh, boy. Mecha Frieza has Mechanical Menaces, by the way. Oh, good. But yeah, worthless. Worthless. This Mechanical Menaces Link, you're not going to get that consistently activated. I think Tough as Nails, we could potentially use Android 14 and 15 on the Android team. So, I mean, we definitely could do that. STR free-to-play Android 13 has got it as well. Those are sort of like, you know, again, possibilities. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this rotation right here. And then we will move on. I'll do at least one more run. I mean, I feel like we've actually covered basically the entirety of this unit. It's a defensive character that if you get lucky, he could guard right here. We did get it. So this turn right here, all three of these characters were Android Cell Saga characters, 19 and 20, Second Form Cell, and this 16. And you guys saw we got the guard to activate. The guard popped. It was up. So I have my Android 16 with all dodge, and I do like that decision because this is a unit that is solely for defense. So giving him all dodge, I'm just simply maximizing his defense. He certainly could be more impressive defensively if he would super attack, but if his guard is up, even Omega Shenron, I don't think is going to be doing damage to him. So he's not going to need additionals to tank. He does debuff on his super attack effect, good for Super Battle Road, or maybe Battlefield as well, right, which is where he'll be at his best. But the dodge, I think, could really potentially help out a lot. Even though he has guard, even though he has damage reduction, his main goal is defense, and I want to maximize that defense. Alright guys, I hopped into another event. I wanted to run an Android/Cell Saga team. Funny enough, we end up with pretty much the exact same team I ran before. Probably should have cycled like 14 and 15 into that last run, but it's okay. Again, we'll just try and get a couple more turns from Android 16. We'll see if his guard activates here. If it doesn't, again, remember that on this rotation, he has a 50% chance to guard. At 50%, if it pops, he's not taking damage. Again, he's tanking Omega Shenron in the red zone, Broly in the red zone, anything. Like, with the guard popped, he's tanking it all. That's why I gave... He has full dodge. This is not like the 5 dodge. There we go. Yeah, that's... Yeah, again, oh, the guard didn't activate. Okay. Yeah, that right there, that could have been a turn. It's like, all right, we're fighting Omega. Uh-oh, the guard didn't activate, but then I dodged a super attack. So, you know, that helps him out as well. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we could do one more run. The problem, a major problem for 16. All of his teams are dead. He has got nothing that is run right now. If we, oh, okay, I guess what we're going to look at is the Elgato screen. Hello, Elgato screen. I haven't seen you today, okay? Loading, any day now. Please, feel free. There we go. All right, androids, Artificial Life Form, Android/Cell Saga, Target Goku, Savior, and Connected Hope, all dead. Connected Hope is probably the most alive team in there, because LR Tech Gogeta, right, is a leader for Connected Hope. For the most part, these teams just don't really get run. So it's like, it's good that we get a character like this Android 16, right, who potentially could help. He is a free-to-play unit. You know, he's an extra Android option for free-to-play players, but for the most part, that boy ain't all that. Unfortunately, that's just, that's like about as simply as I could say it. It's unfortunate. I do think they could have made him a little bit better. I wish they would have made him a little bit better. I think we'll do this, and then I'll maybe try and just get like a couple more turns out of him. I mean, we're not really seeing the most stuff from him ever right now, but I don't know. We have Gentleman active. Gentleman is what? 2 key and 10% defense. So he's at 186k. What does that drop to? Up to 171. So he gets 15k defense from that 10% defensive link right there. All right, we'll get this turn, and then maybe we'll do one more run. I haven't decided. Again, we're seeing pretty much what this Android 16 is looking like. You know, he got the guard again on this turn. So far, of these 3 turns, twice he's gotten the guard, and then once he hasn't. So, you know, this is effectively what this unit looks like, right? Remember, he does, again, debuff. He lowers attack on his super attack effect, which can definitely be good in Battlefield. You know, this Android 16 is definitely a great Battlefield character. No doubt about that. Alright, guys, so we're here on a Connected Hope team. This isn't really going to work the greatest for Android 16. It's unfortunate. Again, I wanted to get at least a little bit more footage out of him. We could get some of his quirky links activated at points throughout this fight, but, I mean, if you're going to run Connected Hope, you're probably just going to want to run Saiyans. If, like, one of these really weird situations can prevent itself where we can get the guard active, sure. We'll see what 16 is going to be able to do. Remember that PyCon is not supporting 16 right here because Android 16 is actually a villain unit. This Android 16 is a villain character. So this is him without support. 1.59. We had, Gentleman active, which, again, is a defensive link. So he's getting 2 key and 10% defense. I'm not really too impressed with this Android 16. I feel like at least they did give him some niche usage, but this is now just one of those things where I am not really excited or awaiting pretty much, any Super Strike units now. I feel like they're all just pretty much going to be throwaways. Maybe they could do something with, King Cold or something like that and actually turn him into, a legitimate unit. Dude, I don't know. Do I think they're going to? Probably not, but some of these, I mean, what Super Strikes are on the horizon here? There's a base Vegeta, Tien, Jackie Chun, Xeno Trunks, Grandpa Gohan, Cyborg Tao, Chilled, King Vegeta, right? King Cold, Mecha Frieza. There's options. There's a base Trunks as well. Piccolo. Again, there's options here. Maybe we could see something. I don't know, man. I don't know. I wonder if any of these Super Strikes at all are pretty much going to be usable. It's hard to say. And this rotation will be able to get quite a few links active. We have Gentleman, we have Soul versus Soul, and we have Shattering the Limit. 153k defense right there. This is without support. We'll make this the last rotation. Let me know what you guys think of our boy Android 16. I think he's kind of a middling unit, but he'll have some niche uses. They definitely could have made him a little bit better. Just because he's free to play, that doesn't mean anything. Who cares, right? There's so many categories, so many difficult events. They can make a free to play unit while making him good. They can make him runnable, right? And it's like, did they make him good? Did they make him runnable? Not really, because a lot of times I feel like people jump over backwards to defend free to play units who are released mid, and it's like, we don't. Just because they're free to play doesn't mean they have to inherently be bad. They don't have to. They could be better. This Android 16 could have been better. Alright, this is Treasured Battle Machine. Android 16. His leader skills Int Type Key 3 and 77% stats. His super attack is the Hell Flash, which raises defense for 1 turn to 30% defensive buff. Does supreme damage to the enemy, and then lowers enemy attack. His passive skill, Robotic Body, gives him 160% attack and defense at the start of turn. He gets an additional 80% defense if he's facing 2 or less enemies. He has a high chance to guard if all allies attacking in the same turn are Android/Cell Saga. Just a joke. They could have just made it default high chance to guard. That would have been better than this shit. And then finally, he guards all attacks when facing 3 enemies, and then he gets 60% damage reduction when guard is activated. The damage reduction stacked on top of guard plus at least reasonable defense. When this Android 16 is guarding, he's not taking damage, right? Because you think of what all guard characters in the game do, pretty much none of them are getting extra damage reduction when guard is active. Again, off the top of my head, there's the Int Frieza. I can't remember if one of the I think maybe one of the Super Saiyan 3 Vegetas does that as well. But it's like, dude, I don't know. They are so scared of just letting these units guard. I mean, it's a very powerful mechanic, and we see the way they treat these units that can guard and the restrictions that they place on it, how they, you know, the devs feel about guard, right? 16's links are Android Assault, Mechanical Menaces, Gentleman, Tough as Nails, Soul versus Soul, Super Strike, and Shattering the Limit. 12 key multiplier is 135%. That is a bit low. In terms of EZAs, there's not really EZAs I think he's going to perform particularly well in. Maybe he could help you against, like, AGL Tapion, which I believe is Connected Hope, right? But, again, a lot of these EZAs I don't think Android 16 is going to perform too well in. And then finally, he's on a couple of he's on category teams that need help, but, like, they're all dead, right? So he's on an Android team. Androids is probably going to become a top-tier team next month. I imagine we're going to get a lot of buffs. They could even give us further Android characters, maybe even before Golden Week, to sort of, you know, prepare for the movie and stuff like that. But, you know, I don't know. Then, of course, there's the Artificial Lifeform team, completely dead in every way. Because, like, you know, Boo, Baby, Cell, all these characters are all power crept. Outside of, like, I mean, I guess there's a few, right? Like, you do have, you know, Kid Buu is amazing. Buu Gotenks is solid. Buu Piccolo is solid. There's some solid units, but for the most part, not really anything too crazy there. Android Cell Saga team, which has gotten so many buffs over the last year. Then, of course, we also have the Target Goku team. Kind of a team that's a bit of a mess at the moment, I guess I would say. Then we're also over here on the Savior category team, a very wonky category. And then Connected Hope, another very wonky category team. So let me know what you guys think of Android 16. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.